Today we are going to learn how do you subtract across zeros. A concert hall is hosting a symphony. The hall sells 4,678 tickets to the show. How many tickets are still available? If we look over to the right, we can see that there are 6,000 seats. If we know that they sell 4,678 and we want to know how many still are available, we know we need to subtract. I have set up the problem for you. 6,000 minus 4,678. First, we are going to round. We are going to keep 6,000, 6,000. Then we are going to round 4,678 to the nearest thousands place. Since we're rounding to the thousands place, there is a 4 in the thousands digit. If we looked to the digit to the right, it is a 6. That tells us that the 4 is going to go up to a 5. So 4,678 rounds to 5,000. And 6,000 minus 5,000 is 1,000. So our answer should be close to 1,000 to be reasonable. Now we are going to subtract. When we subtract, we have to make sure the biggest number is on top, which it is, and that our places are lined up, which they are. We are going to start subtracting in our ones place. We cannot take 8 from 0, so we need to go next door to our tens place. In our tens place, we also have a 0, and we cannot take 7 from 0, so we need to go to our hundreds place. In our hundreds place, we also have a 0. We cannot take 6 from 0, so we need to go over to the thousands place. Our thousands place has a 6, so we can borrow from the 6. So we're going to take 1 away from the 6, and we are going to make the 6 a 5. And we are going to add the 1 onto our hundreds place. Now, we could borrow from our hundreds place. We can cross off the 10 and make it a 9 and add it on to our tens place. Now, we can borrow from the tens place. We can cross off the 10 and make it a 9 and add it to our ones place. Now we are able to subtract all the digits. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. And 5 minus 4 is 1. So our answer is we have 1,322 tickets still available. Guided practice number 1. How would you check if the answer for the ticket problem on the previous page is correct? If we want to know if this problem is correct, we are going to take our answer, which is 1,322, and we're going to add it to one of the numbers that we subtracted, the smaller number of the two, which is 4,678. If we add these numbers together, we should get 6,000. Let's try it. 2 plus 8 is 10. Regroup your 1. 7 plus 2 is 9. Plus 1 more is 10. Regroup your 1. 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus 1 more is 10. Regroup your 1. And 4 plus 1 is 6. If these numbers match, then your answer is correct. Number 2. One passenger flew from Also to Lima. The flight was 11,033 kilometers. Another passenger flew from Ulsa to Los Angeles. The flight was 8,593 kilometers. How many more kilometers was the flight to Lima? Underline your question. How many more kilometers was the flight to Lima? Since it is asking us how many more, we know that we need to subtract. And we know that the flight was 11,033 kilometers from Ulsa to Lima. And the second flight was 8,593 kilometers. Let's set up our problem. When you are setting up the problem, 11,033 has 5 digits, while 8,593 only has 4 digits. So make sure you are setting up your problem with the place values lined up. Let's subtract. Start with your ones place. 3 minus 3 is 0. We cannot take 9 from 3 in our tens place, so we need to go over to our hundreds place. We cannot take 5 from 0. So next we need to go to our thousands place. Well, we can borrow from the 1 and make it a 0, and put the extra number over in our hundreds place. Now, we cannot subtract yet because in our tens place, we still need to borrow. So we're going to borrow from the 10 and make it a 9. And we are going to add 1 more to our tens place. So we can subtract 13 minus 9 is 4. Now we can subtract 9 minus 5 is 4. Going over to our thousands place, we cannot take 8 from 0. So cross off the and add the 1 to your thousands place. Now we can subtract 10 minus 8 is 2. So our answer is 2,440 kilometers. We have 6,000 minus 1,773. We cannot subtract in our ones, tens, or hundreds place. So we need to cross off our 6 and make it a 5. Add the 1 to your hundreds place. Now we're going to borrow from our hundreds place, make this a 9, add the 1 to our tens place. Then we're going to cross off the 10, make it a 9, add the 1 to our ones place. Now we are able to subtract. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 7 is 2. And 5 minus 1 is 4. Number 4. We have 231,086 minus 172,863. Make sure that your digits are lined up. Now, we can subtract our ones place. 6 minus 3 is 3. 8 minus 6 is 2. We come to our hundreds place. We cannot take 8 from 0. So we need to go to our thousands place, borrow from the 1, make it a 0, and add our 1 to the hundreds place. 10 minus 8 is 2. We cannot take 2 from 0. So borrow from the thousands place, cross off the 3, make it a 2, add your 1 to the thousands place. Now we can subtract 10 minus 2 is 8. We cannot subtract 7 from 2. so we need to go to our hundred thousands place. Cross off the 2, make it a 1, add our 1 to the 10,000s place. So 12 minus 7 is 5. Our answer is 58,223. Number 5, make sure you line up your digits correctly. We have 76,810 minus 22,645. Starting in our ones place, we cannot take 5 from 0. Go to your tens place, borrow from the 1, and add the 10 to your ones place. So we can do 10 minus 5 is 5. We cannot take 4 from 0, so go to your hundreds place, cross off the 8, make it a 7, add your 10 to the tens place, 10 minus 4 is 6. In the hundreds place, we can subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. We could subtract the thousands place. 6 minus 2 is 4. And we could subtract the 10,000s place. 7 minus 2 is 5. I'm going to draw a line here to separate my problems. Number 6. We have 90,304 minus 51,137. Okay, the bigger numbers on top and our places are lined up. Let's subtract. Start with your ones place. We cannot take 7 from 4. We can also not subtract our tens place. We cannot take 3 from 0. But we can borrow from our hundreds place. So cross off your 3, make it a 2, add the 1 over in your tens place. We still can't subtract because we can't subtract our ones place yet. So we need to cross off the 10, make it a 9, and add the extra 1 to our ones place. Now we can subtract. 14 minus 7 is 7. 9 minus 3 is 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. Move to your thousands place. We cannot take 1 from 0. So we need to cross off our 9, make it an 8, add our 10 to the thousands place. 10 minus 1 is 9. 8 minus 5 is 3. Number 7. Make sure that you line these numbers up correctly. Remember, they have different number of digits. We have 100, 100 and 1,000 and 1 minus 8,915. Well, we do have a 1 in our thousands place. And since our second number only has 4 digits, we're going to start that number underneath the thousands place. So 8,915. For this problem, I drew lines to separate the places. We're going to start with our ones place. We cannot take 5 from 1. We could not take 1 from 0. We cannot take 9 from 0. And we can't take 8 from 1. But we can borrow from our thousands place. We can take 1 away from the 1 and make it a 0 and add that 1 into our hundreds place. Then we can borrow from our hundreds place, cross off the 10, make it a 9, and add a 1 into our tens place. We can still borrow again from the tens place, so cross off the 10, make it a 9, and add the 1 into your ones place. Now we can subtract. 11 minus 5 is 6. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 9 is 0. We cannot take 8 from 0. And there's nothing in the 10,000s place to borrow. So we need to go over to the 100,000s place. So we would cross off the 1, make it a 0, add our 10 into the 10,000s place, cross off the 10 because we need to borrow, make it a 9, and add that one into our thousands place. Now we can subtract. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 9. So our answer is 92,086. Number 9. 9,050 minus 3,461. Begin with your ones place. You cannot take 1 from 0. Go to your tens place, take 1 away from the 5, make it a 4, add the 1 to your ones place. Now you can subtract. 10 minus 1 is 9. You cannot take 6 from 4. So you need to go next door, but there's nothing there. So you need to go to the next door, which is in our thousands place. Cross off your 9, make it an 8, add the 10 to your hundreds place. But you still cannot subtract because you cannot take 6 from 4. So we need to borrow from the 10, make it a 9, and add the 1 to your tens place. Now you can subtract. 14 minus 6 is 8. 9 minus 4 is 5, and 8 minus 3 is 5. Do problems 10, 15, and 23, and then come show me.